Hey, girlfriend.
Hey, girlfriend.
What are you going to do this summer to bring in the summer vibes, especially for you women in midlife? What is it specifically that you're calling in? This is what we want to talk about with you right now.
So make sure you stay to the end because we have a little something special to
Mm,
help you make the most out of your summer too.
yes.
We're girlfriends of a certain age. In midlife, we got a lot to say. So let's get loud. We won't fade away. 'Cause we're girlfriends of a certain age.
So we're getting into it. We're
Yeah.
calling in summer. It's the beginning. We're actually recording this on Memorial Day, and we want to just channel what works for us and what might feel a little different at this age. Wearing that bathing suit, jumping into the pool, navigating summer schedules, all the things. We want to dive in to really remind us how we can embrace this season, how we can make the most of it.
Yeah. So I've got a really fun one for me that I am trying on. So you listen for yourself. Does this land for you? And that is not worrying so much about how I look in my bathing suit.
Oh, you just said the thing. You said the thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you know what? I don't want to feel bad looking in my bathing suit. I don't want to feel bad about how I look. I just don't.
No. So let's not.
Yeah.
Let's not. I
Yeah.
love that. It's easier said than done.
Yes.
My body has been shifting this year with menopause. There's just some weight shifting distribution. Things don't fit the way they did before. I don't want that to hold me back
Yeah.
from summer fun, from
Yeah.
bathing suit fun. I made a pact with my teenage son that if there was ever an opportunity to swim and I wanted to do it, that I would do it. Because he asked me once, why do adults sit around the pool when the kids swim? Why aren't why aren't they
Oh.
all in there? And I was like, well, there's various reasons. But then some of them were so lame. All their hair, and they're kind of shy about getting undressed. And he's like, lame. I was like, okay, I'm not going to hold back. So I made a pact with my son. Maybe it'll help us.
When did you do that?
A few years ago.
Oh, I love it. Well, it feels like a summer of yes, like saying yes to more things.
Yes.
Right. And that's so fun and
Yes.
delightful and gets you more time with your kids.
Yes.
And you and I are both so aware that our time with them is getting smaller and smaller and smaller as they get older and do
Mm-hmm.
their thing. And that's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But this is also a gift, this time with them.
Yes. I will say about the bathing suits, I think it's really important to find one that you just feel comfortable in,
Oh, yeah.
right? It's so, so important. And that is hard. That can be hard. I have had success with Land's End, has some really nice like suits for more mature bodies. Title IX, if you're more of a sporty person. And then good old Target has all kinds of bottoms and lots of different cool sizes. And I have like the bottoms that are essentially like long shorts for those days when I'm like, that's where I'm at. And then I have like a little bit of a smaller bottom if I feel that way. So just putting out our options for everybody.
Absolutely. And if you're not feeling ready to go into the dressing room and go do that, look online.
Yeah.
Look at whatever shape body you have and find someone who looks similar. And what are they wearing? How are they making it work? And what are they telling themselves? Like what do you need to do to get yourself to where you need to be? So my little summer uniform is so old. I am wearing like a Nike swimsuit thing. I don't even know. I wore it when I was pregnant. So it's all stretched out. But then I wear a swim shirt over it. And it covers my arms. It comes up to here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's keeping the sun off of a lot of my body.
Mm-hmm.
And it covers me up and it's kind of a little rectangular. It's
Mm-hmm.
not like form fitting. I love it. It's easy. It dries fast. It keeps the sun off of me. The dudes in my family, we all wear some swim shirts.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm fitting in with them. It's like just not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just one way. That's mine. That's my strategy. And I just don't trip off off of the other bodies. And I'm also making a point of not comparing myself to others.
Oh, let's really try not to. Let's just try our darndest not to.
I just stay in my lane.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
really trying.
Yeah.
Because the invitation to do it is everywhere.
Everywhere.
The culture wants us weak and fearful and afraid of our bodies and afraid to show our bodies.
Yeah.
So even that motivates me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also have embraced little swim shorts, so wet swim shorts, because I got some katonk going on and I don't always feel like showing that all off to the world. So my little shorts, they get wet, they stay on me the whole time. I might take them off and jump in the water, or I might just keep them on. They're
Yes.
quick dry.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I think at the end of the day, I want to check in with what makes me feel the most comfortable and able to just swim freely and not be self-conscious.
Yes.
Not be self-conscious.
And that's going to be different for each of us. Girlfriend, what are you doing? How do you make yourself feel comfortable in your swimwear? Or how do you want to? Leave us a comment down below because we want to include that in the conversation.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that.
What's one of yours?
Okay, one of mine is lightening up the mental load. I feel like coming out of spring, where it has just been, at least in my life, boom, boom, boom with work and deadlines, kids' graduations and stuff. You know, there's a freedom with summer. There's a less sometimes social obligations. They're different. So how to lighten it up, and what I mean by that is a few different things. So mental load first, the things that have been taking space up in my mind, my like to-do list that I keep pushing off, you know, I'm like,
I know about those.
you know, those, but it's interesting. I have to own up to something. A lot of them were my own things that
What do you
I
mean?
kept, I mean, things that I kept pushing off and getting everyone else's things done as it pertained to work and the family. And I'm like,
Oh,
So,
things
like,
that were just for you.
like I literally have a health appointment that I need to do. I'm due and I need to do it. And I kept putting it off. And I'm like, I got to do it. This is the season. I got to do it. I also have a beautiful spa gift certificate from turning 50. I need to do that too. So it's like these things that are just for me that I don't always honor. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna like take these off my mental load. I should do that. I should do that. I should do that. And I'm gonna honor those things. So whatever it is that like you feel right now is the thing, be it the funky thing that you're not looking forward to, like my lame medical appointment thing, or something juicy and tantalizing. But isn't it interesting? Because it's just me. I'm not prioritizing it.
Oh, yeah.
So what is it that we want to prioritize at the beginning of the season? Just honor ourselves and lighten that load of like, I got to keep doing this. I got to keep doing this. I got to keep doing this. You know?
I love that. And I think you just accidentally create a little bit of accountability for yourself because you just told me and thousands of girlfriends, hello, we're going to help Jessica
Okay.
get her done because we love her. And this will clear up that mental space.
Thank you, girlfriends.
Yes.
Okay. Hold me to it. I'll do the funky thing and I'll reward myself with the fun, delightful thing, and I will do the things.
Okay. And I'm going to
Yes.
be following up with you.
Okay. So girlfriends, do the things.
And what makes me wonder, what are you putting off? What do you need to do for you, or what are you pushing on your to-do list? Because here's the thing, and this is why I love working in groups. Oftentimes, what the one person needs or says or asks is going to help thousands of other people.
Absolutely.
So you bringing that up
Absolutely.
as a gift to our girlfriend listening.
Absolutely. You know, so I love it. Well, what else do you got on your list?
Mine might be a little controversial, and that is embracing sun exposure.
Oh, tell us more.
I had a big download recently and it was like my higher self pointing out to me how good I felt when I sat in the sun for a little bit. Not like 3 hours out in prime sun with no coverage and no sunscreen and no water. It wasn't like that. It was like, just notice, Flachet, you feel really good when you find that little corner of sun in the living room at the end of the day. Or how good I feel when I drink my coffee outside. My husband put a little table and one chair just for me out in this perfect spot where this little piece of sunlight hits after I drop the kids off. And I sit and I drink my coffee and I get this little hit of sun. And I realized there's something, it feels like food to get this little bit of sun exposure. I feel like it wakes me up. I feel like it warms me in a really particular way. And it's just a little bit. But I used to flee from the sun. There are
right.
people who know me in New Mexico who think I'm just like, like almost like wearing just like full coverage, but that because I've been afraid of the sun.
Mm,
And I want to thank my parents for keeping me out of the sun, for teaching me about sunscreen and good sun habits, because I feel like, at 51, I feel like it's benefiting me.
mm.
And so, like, there's this way that I want to do it intentionally in a way that feels good and stop running.
I love that.
Yeah.
I have a memory of my mom. My mom on our back porch would in the morning go have her cup of tea and sit out there, but it was like her 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and she would just absorb a little sun in. So I have carried on that tradition. And then I remember someone saying that if you roll up your sleeves and roll up your pant legs, right, you have so much more surface area to soak up that vitamin,
Oh,
vitamin
yeah.
D on that versus your face, because our face skin can be a little more delicate.
Yes.
And unfortunately, I have more sun stuff. I have a family, it's like the Scot-Irish like plague of just like little spots and stuff. So I'm pretty diligent about keeping the hat on, but I let my arms and legs soak it up.
I like that idea. Yeah, I gotta try that. So what are you doing? Are you interested in being in the sun? What's your relationship to that? What are your thoughts about it? Be sure to let us know.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, people have different conditions and different needs for it. But I love that idea of like in doses, right? Because I think at the beginning, especially of summer, we just hear about sunblock and radiation and all the things. But sun is vital. It's really important for us, right? So I love that. I knew a friend who went to a Northwestern school who originally came from Central America, and he went through all kinds of like mood issues and things. So he wound up having to find like a little sun machine to help him.
Right.
Right. And then there's that like seasonal sad thing that happens. So we know how vital sun can be. I love that.
Sure, it is important, but yeah, right, exactly. Do it in a way that works for you.
Exactly. Ooh, that feels good. That feels good. That's funny because my other one is my next one is about nature and just making it a priority. I am proud to say that I do this all year round. I'm also very, very fortunate to have the hills and the redwoods right here in our backyard. It's like a 15-minute drive and we're there, and it's like my happy place to hike. But just to continue to embrace that this summer, one of my hiking buddies, we were like, well, we always do the same hike. Let's like branch out. Like, oh yeah, remember this one and this one and this one. So whatever that is for you that feels like nature, even in an urban setting, sometimes I love it. I'll look at Lake Merritt and people have their picnic blankets out on the lawn more, and just what the warm weather invites us to do. And we know about the nature baths that was coined by the Japanese culture, the idea that you go into them and you get this soothing, and it really does like alter something in us. So get into that nature church. That is something I am just calling in, and I want to make it a priority because every time I do, I'm like, yes, yes, yes.
Yes, you inspire me with that. I definitely want to be spending more time in the redwoods now that I'm back. Now that I can.
Well, I'm going to show you some redwood hikes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, I'm so here for it. I love that.
Yes. Yes.
Yay.
Oh.
Well, my next one is a little less lofty, and that is embracing the frumpy summer dress.
Oh.
Like a house dress. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh, that is why ladies of a certain age put on that big rectangular house dress. It is comfortable as hell, y'all.
Yes, it is.
Oh my gosh.
Moo-moos.
Now
Moo-moos.
I have to say, I do have a few that have horrified my husband. He was just like, oh, like one time he couldn't even contain how shocked and surprised he was to see me come out of my closet looking like this. And I was just like,
Here you
deal
go.
with it.
Yeah.
This is comfortable. It is hot.
Yeah.
No, check
Yeah.
yourself.
Right.
Now, I have since then found a few more, slightly more attractive ones that don't make him audibly recoil from me. But comfort is key. So there's a happy medium, it turns out. And after 20 years, I can still shock and surprise him. That's also nice to know. But oh my gosh, Let it air out, y'all. Everything. So that is my summer. One of my summer pleasures is just a big frumpy dress.
I love it. I'm seeing Miss Roper from
Oh
Three's
my
Company.
Yes. Talk about a girlfriend of a certain age with her bright red hair and all the jewelry, the plastic jewelry.
She always had a moo on. She was
was
always
so
rocking.
herself.
Yes, she was so herself. So I love this. I can't wait to see Flachet rocking her shapeless yet sexy dresses. There's a lot out there. That sounds delightful and flowy and
Yeah.
very queen-like.
Very queen-like. That is how I feel. That is how I feel.
I love that. I am a huge fan of just like skirts, like cotton skirts. I have a few, and tank tops or cotton shirts, but it's all about the breathable.
Yes.
Linen pants, linen skirts, just anything that flows and breathes is like my friend during the summer. So yes, I feel you on the flow. I feel you on the flow.
Yeah, and as I'm heating up, I wouldn't say I'm having hot flashes, but I heat up.
Yes.
I get warmer.
Yeah.
And maybe that is the start of hot flashes. So we'll see, but time will tell.
Yeah, right.
But it's that breathable, right? A breathable fabric and just as comfortable and easy to be in. Right, because the less I have to think about what I'm wearing and how my clothes are restricting me, the happier I can be.
I love that. Oh, yes. And it's nice to just have a few tried and true things that you love that you just throw on in the summer. It's like, I don't want to make a decision every morning. I want to have
No.
like my capsule summer things, and it's just like throw them on and I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Yay. I love that. That feels so good.
What do you have next?
Well, it's funny because your first topic about the swimsuit, my final one is about swimming in particular. And I heard kind of alarming statistic recently that some drowning is on the rise, and they're saying that it's impacting young kids and older people who didn't learn to swim, and they're talking about how the pandemic actually impacted people learning how to swim.
Yes.
Also, they were saying that perhaps during the pandemic, people went to swim in different places because it was the outdoor time. But
So what you mean? It was they went to places that were more risky?
it's possible they said too that could be it, but that also just swim lessons shut down, right? And so it's just for like a kind of nice like reminder to self and to all of us that like knowing your basic way how to swim is really helpful. And I remember when I was a member at the YMCA, it was really sweet. I'd be swimming in my lane, and I'm a really slow swimmer, and there would be adults, there would be elder people getting swim lessons and learning how to finally swim. So I know the fundamentals, but I feel like I definitely need a brush up. And I'm just kind of encouraging all of us, if we don't know how to swim, to go for it. The swim lessons are back now. You can take them, and it is actually really important. We don't want anyone suffering such a great loss like that. So for your children, for yourself, for even elders who might be around water, I think it's a great idea. So either sharpening up your swimming skills, literally just floating in the water and feeling confident to do so is something that I'm really calling in for kind of myself and for everyone.
I love that.
That's my little kind of like, let's be safe, y'all. Let's be safe around water.
It feels like your little schoolhouse rock.
It
for
is my
us
schoolhouse
Gen X
rock.
ladies to keep it safe because there is. I remember I learned as an adult to properly swim. I swam throughout my childhood. Maybe I had a few lessons when I was like 6, but I never felt confident. I never felt strong. And as an adult, I remember going to a lake, actually Lake Anza, and I had a panic attack.
Oh, scary.
Yeah, and I wasn't even that far out. And I remember that day I decided I'm taking swim lessons. I went to my YMCA.
Yeah.
And I got it done. And now I do feel so much more confident. But there's something too, I think those skills are perishable. So even if we did learn, what's the harm in maybe a little brush up?
A little brush
or
up.
learning a new stroke.
Yeah.
About pushing ourselves to learn something new.
Definitely, definitely. And also, if you know some avid swimmers, they love to talk about swimming and their stroke and their kick. Hit them up. Go swim with them sometime. They might give you some free pointers.
It's true. And my favorite pool to swim at in the summer, there are a lot of older ladies that swim in there. They get their pool noodles. They get each other. they get in there and they're just doing they're talking,
yeah.
got their little swim caps on.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, that's how it's done. Okay. Okay.
Oh, my favorite was at the Oakland YMCA when I would do laps. It's an indoor pool. They had like water aerobics, but they had it going on. They'd be playing this great music. It was sometimes like old Motown and R&B. There'd be like a group of 20 women with their noodles doing a dance, causing like a tidal wave across the lanes. But it was so fun. Every time you'd pop up, you'd hear some fun music, and it was just like the thing. I was like, when do I get to join this? I want to join that one.
I'll be there with you.
There you go. Get your noodles, lady. Let's go dance in the pool. No, and seriously, it is really good for your joints, right? It's no impact. So if that's something, we could do that too. I might look that up.
I like that.
Water aerobics.
Water aerobics. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Well, my last one is very light. And that is, I am just embracing a childlike wonder.
Oh,
I mean, it is something I'm just generally doing in my life, and it does feel very tied to turning 50 and thinking about my just, the bookends of my life that, okay, this is what I got. I am making the most of it. And it is a little bit easier for me because I still have little kids. I've got one kid who still carries around stuffies and, so there's a lot of imaginative play still happening in my house. But I realized that is still in me too. In fact, as we were getting started, maybe I can even pull it out while we talk to the girlfriends. I was showing Jessica that I have these little stickers, like they're like rose gold, and they're so fun, and they're part of my day planner, and like that's what I want. It's like my inner 8-year-old is back, y'all. She wants unicorns and rainbows and stickers and fun and jellies. I've been looking for jellies for my grown-up self. Like little things
hopefully
like
with
that.
comfortable soles and
Exactly. Only
with
if
the good
they feel
insoles.
good.
God, those things were torture sandals back in the day. I'm sure they have improved.
I'm sure they have, but and maybe I find something
Yes.
more orthotic. But my middle-aged self and my precious feet. But there's something about going back to that part of my life that I feel like is either unfinished or that was just fun as all get out. And I want more of that in my life. And the summer feels like the perfect time to call that in.
Absolutely. And I think that we sometimes put all the playful things away as adults. No, play, jump in the pool, splash around, play with stickers, do whatever crafty thing you want. I think it's key. There's a great expression that I learned during my time in acting, which was to stay in the sandbox. Stay there, keep creating, keep doing something, keep that playful part of yourself in mind. So whatever it is, stickers or whatever game you want to do, we have to give ourselves full permission. Play is really, really important.
It really is. I don't know
really important.
where this idea got into the culture that when you grow up, you let those things go.
I know.
Because what I'm figuring out at this stage of my life is that is actually the secret to living well.
Yes, it is.
At least for me. So it may not be for every girlfriend listening, but that's one of my lessons that I am getting and learning over and over and over again right now.
Yeah. I think that's so important. I don't know if we just put too much emphasis on adulting, capital A. I'm sure there's many, many reasons for it. Maybe you girlfriends have some ideas. Why do we stop playing? Like, it's so key. It's so key. So yes, get your sticker on this summer, Felicia. I love that. And I love that for all of our girlfriends. So we did promise that we would give you a little something tantalizing for hanging out with us till the end. Hopefully some of the things we've already been discussing are like inspiring you, but we also included journal prompts. My girl here especially is brilliant at giving so many journal prompts. I swear we could write books out of these things, but look at them, see what inspires you, see what that just gets you going. You can write it down, you can talk it out, you can whip out your recorder on your phone and talk it out to yourself, whatever it is that helps you do these things. And as always, come on over to our Substack under the name Girlfriends of a Certain Age and let us know what you plan to do for fun this summer, and we will absolutely respond and have some fun with you. Let's play, girls. Let's play.
Let's play this summer. I
Let's
love
play.
that. Well, thank you for being with us, girlfriend. Till
Yes.
next time.
Bye.